Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday and welcome back. I hope your week is off to a great start. In today's video, I want to take you guys through a first sniff impressions of the 6 new Kringle Reserve candles that are launching later on this week over at Kringle Candle. In full disclosure, all 6 of these candles were sent to me in PR. I did not know that Kringle was sending these my way, so it was kind of a pleasant surprise when they actually arrived along with my latest order. They came on the same day. So anyway, a big thank you to Kringle for providing these for consideration. Just so you guys are aware, I'm not trying to put pressure on you to purchase these. I know that Kringle has been releasing a lot of stuff lately and it has become really overwhelming to a lot of people. So there is never any pressure for me to say you have to go get these. Listen, I don't know that I expect any of these to necessarily sell out. I have not stuck my nose in them, so one of them could be absolutely incredible. I don't know. We'll see, obviously. But yeah, it's never my intention to tell you that you have to go get every single Kringle release. My goal is basically just to let you guys know what I smell when I stick my nose in these candles. And hopefully, if we kind of share some similar opinions about some other fragrances in the past, hopefully that helps you make an informed decision about whether you want any of these or not. So no pressure from me. I will put the information on where to purchase these candles in the description box. If you want, you can use my discount code Melanie15. That'll save you 15% off of these. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna dive right in. Also, yes, my vacuum cleaner is now just an assistant in the background of some of my videos. So meet Gladys, my vacuum. I should probably put that away. It's just, I did not do that this weekend. I had a huge Sweet 16 birthday party that I had to do flowers for on Sunday. So no house cleaning got done this weekend, but we'll get back to that here this week. Luckily, it's a little bit of a slower flower week on my end, so I've got some extra time to film and, quite frankly, get ready to change out my my fall decor. Who's excited to decorate for Christmas the day after Halloween? I am. Anyway, from looking at the labels on these new Kringle Reserve fragrances, I feel like we are definitely oh, there's my assistant. This is my real assistant, Alf, if you're new. He'll just sit in my lap and take a nap. So you might hear some snoring, but it's fine. It's just Alf. Anyway, so yeah, these are definitely leaning more into the like holiday winter type realm. So I'm expecting to definitely enjoy a couple of these, but I also don't know. There's a couple that I'm like, just based off the notes and, you know, like the pictures, I'm like, I don't know. So, but here's the thing that has really been a pleasant surprise for me with Kringle candles. I think especially this year, I have really started enjoying more of their perfumey scents. I mean, Kringle, I think, does some really good gourmands, but I feel like they're getting really good at these like more perfumey or like cologne-y types of fragrances. So anyway, let's get started. That's enough of an intro there. This is the first one that I picked up, so this is what we're going to start with. Obviously, we have the classic Kringle Reserve 2-wick jars. This is the spiced orange and cranberry. Now, I'm expecting to like this one because I love orange. Just, it's kind of a year-round favorite, but I love orange around the holidays, especially when it's combined with clove. We all know how I feel about pomander fragrances. So the fragrance notes on this one are spice, berry, citrus, ginger, effervescence, which should be fun. Maybe we get like a champagne-y vibe from this one, and then berry again. So it sounds pretty festive. It sounds like it has all of the components to be either a great Thanksgiving or holiday fragrance. Now, let's see what it actually smells like. I feel like this is going to be kind of a nostalgic type of fragrance, something that I've probably somewhat smelled a version of before. So let's see. Oh yeah, this smells really familiar. Listen, there's a really bright orange. The first thing that came to my mind, and it doesn't smell exactly like this, but it kind of gives off a little bit of like a champagne toast vibe from Bath & Body Works. That effervescence is something that I can smell right away. It's like a bubbliness almost. There's a nice dose of like a really juicy sweet orange in here to begin with, and I like this. Oh man, I like this a lot. There's also, the berry that I'm smelling is very much a tart cranberry, that is for sure. Do you want to smell it? What are your thoughts? He's sticking his nose in it. What you think? You like it? Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was a big grunt. Is that a no? Yeah, a really nice tart cranberry. That bright, juicy, sweet orange. The effervescence. I'm not getting a ton of spices here. There's definitely some spices in here, that's for sure. I think the spices are definitely more along the lines of like a cinnamon nutmeg combo. Yeah, definitely just a hint of cinnamon, not a red hot cinnamon, a softer, more gourmand cinnamon. A little grating of nutmeg. Man, this pug ASMR has to be incredible. If you have your earbuds in right now, raise your hand if you are thankful for Alf's contributions to the channel here. Yeah, man, this is good. I also detect a little bit of that ginger as well. I'm really glad the ginger isn't super potent. Ginger, I think, can go just a little harsh. Was your head getting heavy? I'm sorry, buddy. It must be hard. It must be hard to be so cute. Man, I like this one on cold. It smells quite potent on cold as well. And that's usually a good sign. So the label is just some dried oranges, which, by the way, I need to get some oranges to be able to slice and dry. I'm going to be including them in my garland going up the stairs this year. I cannot tell you how excited I am about Christmas decor. But so you've got like the dried oranges, you've got the cranberries with just a little bit of sugar dusted on them, you've got some star anise, and then there's a nutmeg in here. So I don't feel like I smell star anise though. That little bit of like, it smells a little bit licorice-ish, if you will. I'm not getting that in here. It's more just a touch of cinnamon and nutmeg for sure. Listen, I like this. This I'm really gonna enjoy burning, and I bet it's gonna go really well with vintage pomander. So vintage pomander is still available right now. If you missed my collab candle last year, Kringle was nice enough to bring it back this year, and they made a lot more. So hopefully there's enough for everybody to get one if they are interested. All right, I'm gonna grab the next one. And this is cinnamon and cedar. Okay, so here we have some cinnamon sticks that are bundled together. Kind of a basic label. It looks like they are dumping more cinnamon over the cinnamon sticks. Got a little rain of cinnamon going over top. I'm expecting this one to be maybe a little bit of like a spicy cinnamon. I hope it's not, but I'm expecting spicy cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon, cedar, wood, vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. So what does that give us? Does it give us something soft and pretty, or aggressive and sharp? Ooh, okay, it is not as spicy as I was expecting it to be. It definitely is. It's a lot of cinnamon, but it's that softer cinnamon. It's not the red hot cinnamon, which, thank goodness. But there's a lot of it. I do detect that cedar right away. The cedar is right after that cinnamon. Why am it's not listed, but again, I'm smelling nutmeg. I'm not seeing it on here at all. Maybe it's the sandalwood. I don't know why that would come across like nutmeg, but there is that kind of slightly perfumey sandalwood note here. The musk, yeah, there's a little bit of muskiness to this one as well. I do think maybe that touch of vanilla that's in here is helping to tone down that cinnamon a little bit more. But it's very cinnamon forward, very cedar forward. It's not a smoky cedar, it's more of a fresh, cool, outdoorsy cedar, if that makes sense. I like this, but I don't think this would be like a favorite of mine. I think this is a definite like contender for a great holiday blender fragrance. This I think would be lovely alongside something like Christmas or what is it, Snowy Bridge, Cozy Christmas. There's a few scents that I think would go well with this one. So I like it. I do not love it. I think I prefer the first one more than the second one, but let's see what we have here next. Okay, Volcanic Black Pine. Now this has it looks to be a very dark, kind of dark gray succulent. I have never quite seen a succulent of this color, and I've seen a lot of succulents back in my day. Okay, smoked woods, bergamot resins, vetiver, amber, and fir. Okay, I'm expecting this to smell quite masculine, maybe borderline cologne-like. I think it's the smoked woods and the bergamot and the vetiver that are gonna make it lean that way. Also, we have some amber in here. Let's just smell it. Oh yeah. Okay, it's also kind of oddly fresh at the same time. I smell the fir. Yeah, the fir. There is a smokiness to this, but it's not a heavy smokiness. It's more of that perfumey smokiness, maybe like we got in the, what was that? Skull and Sonnet, like that kind of just touch of smokiness there. Nothing super aggressive. It's kind of pretty in an odd way, but it leans a little bit more masculine. I like the amber. Pine? Yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't expect this to smell like pine. It definitely smells like fir. Like there's a difference in the way pine smells to my nose than fir does, if that makes sense. They should have named it Volcanic Black Fir. There is kind of a sweetness to this as well, which is I think where those resins are coming in. It's not like an intense sweetness, but just a little bit of like a masculine sweetness here. And I think it's probably from that resins note. It's not bad. It's not bad. Listen, this, I think if you were going for a slightly more masculine holiday type of vibe, this burning alongside like a hearth type fragrance, I think would be really beautiful. So if you have that like, you know, dark academia type of decor situation when it comes to your Christmas decor, I think this along with a hearth or like cedary hearth type scent would be a really great combo. And it would give you some totally like different types of Christmas vibes. This is not my usual Christmas vibe. For me, this type of fragrance would be good as like a bedroom scent, like occasional bedroom scent, but this isn't something that, you know, I'm gonna fall in love with. So I'll just be honest with you guys. It's not a fragrance that I'm particularly attached to, but I do think there are some of you out there who are gonna enjoy this one for sure. Listen, so far these have all smelled pretty potent on cold sniffs, so my fingers are crossed that we're gonna get some good strength and throw out of these. But let's sniff these last three. I'm very curious about Vanilla Oak. I'm expecting to either really like this or to completely dislike it. I don't know why I have that like immediate reaction to it, but I think I'm just expecting a lot from this and I'm afraid I'm gonna get let down. So we'll see. Vanilla, wood, sandalwood, lavender, musk, and tonka bean. Listen, the lavender's throwing me off a little bit. I'm hoping there's not much lavender in here, but let's see. Oh yeah, it's perfumey. I smell the lavender. Okay, I don't love it. And I knew I would have this reaction. I was either gonna really like it or I was not gonna like it at all. Listen, this, I smell a lot of lavender in here. I smell a lot of vanilla. Those of you that like that lavender vanilla combo, I think you're really gonna enjoy this one. The lavender is somewhat soft. It smells maybe a little bit more like an English lavender. French lavender a lot of times smells a little bit more astringent to my nose, but there is a softer type of lavender that I think is used here. But I'm just not naturally a lavender person. I feel like I should be because it's one of those relaxing scents, right? Well, I don't know. It just makes me irrationally angry. I don't know why. I think it's because I've made a lot of lavender bridesmaids bouquets in my day. And it just reminds me of, yeah, a lot of late nights working on wedding orders. But I'm still traumatized, guys. Even though I'm totally doing it again. Listen, I'm a glutton for punishment, I know, but you know, you can't beat a paycheck. Okay. Listen, this is a little bit perfumey. The lavender and the vanilla really are the stars of this. I do think there is a wood note here. It's not super aggressive. There is also a sandalwood. The sandalwood is very pretty. Yeah, some tonka bean for sure. It adds a little bit of depth to the vanilla that's already in there as well. But there's a lot of lavender and vanilla in here. Listen, if that is your vibe, then this is going to be one of your great loves. This is the type of scent that I could maybe embrace a little bit more after the holidays. Like, I could see myself maybe burning this in January. But even at that, I don't know that I would really grab for this myself. So, but if that's your vibe, that's what I'm smelling, you will love it. Got a good amount of lavender. By the way, Jamie packed my box like a rock star per usual. Thank you, Jamie. Okay, Speakeasy. I'm nervous about this one. I have a feeling that it could go either way. I'm kind of hopeful that I like it. So we've got bourbon, wood smoke, spice, tobacco, oak moss, vanilla, and amber. I am wondering if this is going to be like a lot of those perfumey Halloween fragrances that we saw, that so many of us fell in love with. I know Katie did as well. Yeah, it converted me to the perfumey fragrances this year, that's for sure. Okay. Definitely. It's interesting. I'm getting something fruity right away, which I don't know that that makes sense. What would be fruity? Nothing. The tobacco would not come across as fruity. Neither would the bourbon or the spice. That's really interesting. I'm smelling some sweetness here, and I don't know where it's coming from. It's fruity sweetness. There is a little bit of that bourbon. I do smell a touch of that boozy note, but it's not offensive. Listen, I don't like the super boozy candles. They will never be my thing. A hint of booze, I think, can be okay. But even at that, it always kind of like, you know, like I get nervous about it. This, though, this is nice. Ooh, that vanilla and that amber. There's a really nice amber in here. The wood smoke, man, this is a really popular fragrance note from Kringle, I would say towards the latter part of the year. I've seen wood smoke in so many of their candle descriptions. And it's the same kind of smokiness. Now, it's really light in here, but it is there. If you have liked that wood smoke note in some of the other fragrances, there is a touch of it in here, but it's not aggressive. I can't help but think that somehow this has some kind of like sweet fruity component that they're not listing. It's sweet, slightly citrusy. Almost maybe like some like really sweet cranberry. Yeah. That's so interesting. I just did not expect that from this one, and I like it. Listen, on cold, I like this. I did not expect to, especially with, you know, that looks like a very kind of strong masculine type of cocktail there. But yeah, these are not the type of cocktails that I go for. This is a little harsh for me. I like the fruity girly drinks. Give me a daiquiri any day. I love me a pina colada. Oh, I love pina coladas. Especially when they, like, you know, they don't use the mix. Like, they actually make, like, a really nice, fresh pina colada. Ugh, man. Okay, Pinecone and Clove. Sorry, let's get back to it. I kind of like this label. I have such a thing for pine cones. You see all those, like, Pinecone pedestals that I have from Homeworks? I also just bought these listen, if you are a pinecone person and you're looking for some flocked pine cones, I'll link them down below, but get into your local Michael's. They have these stunning, like, velvet pine cones right now. They're just like, you know, like resin little statue things, but they've got like the velvet on them. There's a dark green, there's kind of a lighter, more sagey Christmas green, and then I think there's like a brown, like kind of a camel colored brown. I bought 3 of the really dark green ones. You guys, these are stunning. I should have brought them in here. But anyway, this kind of reminds me of those pine cones. Yeah, I love me a pine cone. Anyway, so Pinecone and Clove. Cedar, fir needle, wood, spice, clove, and citrus. So I hope there's a good amount of citrus in here. I just have a feeling that this is going to be really spicy, and I'm hoping that it's not overly spicy. Ooh, okay. So there is a little bit of spice to this for sure. It's not overly spicy. It's kind of coming across a little fresh and a little perfumey at the same time. The wood notes I think are accurate. There is just kind of just a generic like woody, not hearth note. It's not like the wood has been charred. It's more of like a freshly cut tree. If you stick your nose like in a, cut down a fir tree, stick your nose in that. That's what I'm talking about. Cedar, yeah, there is some cedar in here for sure. The clove, absolutely. The spice, yes. The spice really feels like it's mostly cinnamon. This is not one where I'm getting the nutmeg. I'm not getting that star anise note. I'm not getting any kind of like pumpkin pie type of spice or anything like that. It's mostly just cinnamon. Slightly, maybe a slightly spicy cinnamon, but also not like super red hot cinnamon, but it's starting to like veer away from that like softer cinnamon for sure. Yeah, it's woody. It's got that cinnamon, a little bit of sweetness, perfumey overall. I would say that's the category that I would put it in. It definitely doesn't smell like a pine cone. Pine cone doesn't, they don't really have much of a smell. Citrus, maybe I can get like, maybe almost like, I could see like a touch of like a bergamot, but not like a straight up citrus note. Like, I think it's more perfumey than that, which is why I'm thinking maybe a little bit more bergamot than anything else. I think this is okay. It's not my favorite out of all of them, but I do think there are going to be people that enjoy this one. It's a little more masculine than I would like. So my winners, definitely the first one, the spiced orange and cranberry. That is a good one. I think I also really like this Speakeasy. These would be my two that I would say intrigue me the most out of all of these. I have a feeling this Speakeasy might become another type of like skull and sonnet situation. I wouldn't be surprised. I like this. Ooh, I like this a lot. Ooh, I want to know. Okay, listen, I'm going to light these up. I will give you guys some initial impressions for the weekly home fragrance roundup this coming Saturday. So if you're new here and you are interested in follow-up information on these candles, please know that I will be doing post-burn reviews. Personally, I do not do a post-burn review after the first burn. I try to wait at least a third of the way down. With Country, I like to go to halfway because those are still a little more iffy, but I find the Kringle Classic jars to be the most consistent for me. So I will try to burn these as quickly as possible. I do have, I think, for sure this week off of work. Holiday orders are starting to roll in, so I might have to go in next week, but we're still playing that by ear right now. So I will have some extra time to actually burn candles at home this week. So yeah, I'll get to burning these and I will get you guys some videos as soon as possible. At the very least, I'll let you know post-burn information for the weekly home fragrance roundup this week. So like I said, make sure you're subscribed. Let me know if you have any questions at all, if you have any clarifications that you need. I'll try to be in the comments today to get back to these as soon as possible. A big thank you to Kringle for sending these out. I will show you guys my Kringle candle haul of the stuff that I purchased tomorrow, along with my latest Scentsy haul. I have stuff that I ordered and then also my club arrived. So I thought I'd take you guys through what I currently have in my club because, yeah, it's always kind of fun to see what I got rid of that will then really upset me down the road because I shouldn't have done that. It's just how it works with club, right? Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Alf thanks you for including him in this delightful little video of ours and being patient with his snores, because I know it can be a little loud. So, all right, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.